Alright, how's it going everybody? My name's Archangel VX, and this is my review for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. A bit of a disclaimer, I've never actually beaten this game before when it first came out. I did play it, I want to say I got to, like, sequence 8, I think it was. I was pretty far in the game. I just remember meeting Kid near that, like windmill, but like I said, it's been a very long time since I've actually played this game. As I'm doing my review and my let's play on my other channel, I am remembering some little things about the game here and there, but for the most part, this is I'd say it's still pretty new to me, only because I don't remember every single little detail. I will say back then I wasn't much of a fan of the ship combat. I don't know why. I do remember enjoying it in Odyssey, but yeah, it's been a very long time since I've actually played this game, and I've been enjoying it a lot with the remake. The one thing I want to mention with this review is I'm not going to go too in-depth with the changes from the original to now. I may reference one or two little things here and there, but if you're looking for a full comparison video, then I would probably look elsewhere. Other than that, then let's just jump right into the review, guys.
The magazine! It's going out!
So Assassin's Creed Black Flag is set in the 18th century Caribbean during the Golden Age of Piracy. In this game, we find Edward Kenway, who at the beginning of the game encounters Master Assassin Duncan Walpole, who is in the process of betraying the Assassins and joining the Templar Order.
And await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire,
Edward ends up killing Walpole and assumes his identity to get in with the Templars, and in doing so he gets himself caught in between the war between the Assassins and the Templars. At the beginning of the game he does assist them. Ultimately, the Templars find out that he is not actually Duncan Walpole and that he is just a pirate trying to use them. They do attack him, so then he starts to go after said Templars while also not really caring for the Assassins at first. Like, the Assassins are kind of there in the story and he really has no interest in them or their creed. He's more interested in the observatory that he believes will be able to give him the riches that he desires, as he is a pirate.
Find comfort in that. You murdered our brothers and sisters in Havana.
He has the sense, mentor.
And then over time during the story, Edward does end up joining the Assassins, but I'd say it's a bit of a slow burn for him. And I think we can all agree that Ubisoft does a really good job. Their world building, say what you will about their writing in recent years, and gameplay mechanic, and their need for microtransactions, but I feel like every game that they come out with, whether it's like Avatar or Assassin's Creed, the environment and just the world that they allow us to run around and play and always looks stunning. Like Shadows, for example. Say what you want about that game and all the controversies, but that game looked fantastic. Valhalla, as massive as the map was, is beautiful. And even here, just exploring the Caribbean, like, just look at the water, the blues when you're on land, and like the different islands, the greens from the trees and the grass. Yeah, I think just Ubisoft, their world building and the environments that they give us, I feel like that's always like the strong suit for them. It's always everything else that can be considered hit or miss. Combat in Black Flag is pretty straightforward. You have your light and heavy attacks. You have the ability to do parries, so while the enemies are swinging at you and a blue like flash comes up, you'll be able to parry. Then with the parry, you are able to do takedowns on them, and depending on the weapon type, you are able to chain multiple takedowns. And one of the weapons I got, I think it was Ezio's sword or Altair's sword, I was able to do 4 takedowns in a row basically. For melee weapons, you have 3 different types. You've got your cutlass, your rapiers, and then your pistol sword. Each offer their own unique advantage and have their own disadvantages when it comes to the combat. For ranged combat, you do have your pistols. I believe you start out with 1 or 2 pistols in the beginning of the game. As you upgrade your holster, you're able to hold more guns at once. And then with the melee combat, you do get 4 different kinds of abilities. You have your kick, so if you're able to kick them into a wall, they'll be more vulnerable. For a takedown, you can do leg sweeps, so you can knock the enemies onto the ground and then do a ground takedown. Your pistol, you can do like a quick draw and quickly shoot the enemies. And the more pistols you have, due to your upgraded holster, the more you'll be able to quick fire your enemies. And then you can use your rope dart. You can quickly pull in enemies and do a takedown or assassination on them. And while you're sneaking about too, you can use the rope dart to hang the enemies instead of doing air assassinations. For your stealth gameplay, it's pretty straightforward. You can assassinate enemies, you can do it more subtly, or if you're running at the enemies, you can do a more dramatic and louder, I would say, assassination. You can do double assassinations if the enemies are timed up right. Sometimes when I've tried to do double assassinations, I would mess up the double assassinations. I try and assassinate 2 at once, but I end up just assassinating 1 enemy. So then I have to quickly fight the other person or kill them before they can draw attention to me. The rope dart I mentioned before, while you're sneaking about, if you don't want to do an air assassination, you can sit up on ledges and hang the enemies with the rope darts. You do have like a blowpipe, can the enemies to sleep with it, and with the blowpipe too, you can do berserk darts that messes with the targets, making them hostile towards their companions. The ship combat in Black Flag has been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was really bad at the ship combat to start. It was the one mission where you had to escape from the Templars, I believe, and then there was the giant thunderstorm that was going on. So you had the water spouts, the rogue waves. I think I died like 2 or 3 times just trying to get used to the controls and trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. But as time went on, I would say that I got more comfortable with the ship combat. Still kind of bad at it. I feel like it's really hit or miss with me and how I do with the ship combat. Then of course with the vessel types, you've got your gunboats, your schooners, your brigs, frigates, and man-of-wars. So depending on which vessel type you encounter or fight will depend on the difficulty of said vessel. And of course, as you're plundering ships and gathering resources, you are able to upgrade your ship. So make sure you do that as the main story progresses, just so then that way you're not falling behind and getting killed by the ships later on. For me, I've been trying to focus more on the different weapon types, making sure I can increase the damage, increase how many ammo I can shoot at once, and then making sure my hull is upgraded. And there's quite a few side content stuff that you can find throughout Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. There's Assassin's Contracts, there's Templar Hunts. As you do the Templar Hunt, you gather keys so you can unlock the cage in the Great Inagua Manor. While roaming the high seas, you can do fort takeovers. You fight through a bunch of ships, and then you destroy the defenses of the fort. And then as you're going through, you and your crew are fighting through, killing all the enemies. And eventually you end up going to the captain or the commander of the fort. You kill them, and then you're able to take control of said fort. One thing I really enjoyed seeing actually is when you're shooting up the fort, a enemy I noticed was up against the wall. Their head was basically caved in by the cannonball, and their body was just kind of standing still. I don't know if that's just if that's with every fort, or if it just so happened I hit a poor soldier and their head got stuck basically in the wall with the cannonball. I just thought it was something really cool. And then going up to fight the commander, I open up the door, he's doing his monologue, I do a quick fire and I kill him instantly, and then it just goes right to the cutscene of us taking it over. Just again, it was kind of funny just to see that, and I just wanted to include it for this review. You're able to do deep sea diving. You've got this diving bell that allows you to go deeper into the ocean to find chests. And then there's hunting spots for sharks and whales, so you can get special crafting gear for your equipment. In my time playing this game, I will say I did encounter some bugs and just some like visual glitches. There was one time during like a thunderstorm. This is like when the game first came out. There's a thunderstorm and fireworks going off, so I felt like my screen was just constantly flashing at me. That was kind of painful to see, because it's pitch black and then it's constantly like strobe light like flashing at me. Sometimes I feel like the animations I do like them. From what I've read, it seems like there's a lot of animations that are missing. I know in the beginning of the review, I said I wasn't going to go too much into like the comparison, but I guess there's some content missing in terms of like the combat and the animations with the kills. I believe people have said that there was like missing hidden blade combat, which I always enjoyed with like Assassin's Creed 2 and all of them. I love being able to just put my sword or weapon away and just go hands-on with the hidden blade. And then it's not a deal breaker for me, but one thing that I've seen floating online is like part of like the ship, like you put like the statues or something on like the front part of the ship. In the original game, there was like a mermaid or a woman who was naked, obviously, but in this game, they like covered up her, her breast, which again, not much of a deal breaker for me, but a lot of people got upset and pointed it out. Like, I could see kind of where they're coming from too. It's just something so like minuscule. Like, why would we even change it? I think there's a character who in the original game, their like breasts were more revealing, but in this game, she's more covered up. Again, like something so minor, but I don't understand Ubisoft's like thought process on wanting to change that. I don't know if it has anything to do with like this, woke ideology or whatever. And I hate using that term woke, like this whole woke versus non-woke bullshit. But at the same time, it's just like, did it really need to be changed? Like if it was in the original game, might as well just kept it with the remaster. But again, it's their choice. They decided that they wanted to change it. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's just something that I've noticed like a lot of people have been kind of complaining about, or at least bringing up. I know some people are very anti-censorship, which is totally fine. It's just, I feel like people will like nitpick these little things like that and make it into something bigger than what it needs to be. But I feel like that's just a whole other topic for another video, but it is something that I did want to point out for the review. So I will say with playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, this game's made me realize how much I miss the more traditional style Assassin's Creed games. Don't get me wrong, the RPG style ones are a lot of fun and they've been really good, but I feel like we need more games closer to like Assassin's Creed 2, Black Flag. I've played almost most of the Assassin's Creed games. Like I've beaten 1, I've beaten 2, Brotherhood. I've never beaten Revelation. I've beaten Unity. I've beaten all 4 RPG style games. I never beat Syndicate. I never beat Rogue. And then there's a few other little spin-off titles here and there. I will say like Assassin's Creed 2 has been my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I think just the Ezio trilogy, or at least with Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, those are my favorite Ezio games. I still have to beat Revelations. For some reason, when it came out, I just didn't have as much interest in it. But it's something that I want to definitely get back into and actually beat. And with all that being said, this review is coming to an end. I know I look totally different compared to all the other clips that I recorded. Work's been busy. I've been working on Dragon Sword Awakening, doing a let's play of that, and then eventually going to do a review for that. And I'm currently on vacation, so I kind of got a haircut and everything, but that's besides the point. I will say I am enjoying Black Flag. I'm playing through it. Still, I'm almost done with it. I'd say it's a good game. If you want like the full Black Flag experience, then I would say just buy the original game, because there's so much story content, such as like the IRL, like present day storyline that's cut from Resynced, and then just I think just better animations, and you have the hidden blade combat that they took out of the game. But if you want a more, I guess, better looking, graphically up to date Black Flag experience, then I would say get Resynced. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. The next review I'll be doing will be, well, 2 of them actually. No, 3. I got 3 reviews coming up. Dragon Sword Awakening, Beast of Reincarnation, And then I want to do Dusk Fade, which is like a week after Beast of Reincarnation. So I'm gonna be pretty busy these next few weeks. And then in September we got the vampire game. I forgot what it was called. Blood of the Dawnwalker. And then we've got Wolverine. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy few months. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you like this review, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the game as well. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.